Hello and welcome back. After a huge couple of days, we really needed a little time to just relax and decompress, and this morning was perfect for this as we had nothing planned until 10 AM. Not really that much of a lie-in, but we were still affected by jet lag, and this meant we were awake by 7 AM, so a few hours of chill time. Breakfast came in the form of banana and chocolate muffins from Trader Joe's, one of our favourites, along with some fresh Cali orange juice. We also took a little time to keep up with the football. The European Championships were on, and as we are from England, this is a big deal, and we watched the game from the comfort of our hotel. Soon enough, we needed to get moving, so we packed up our stuff, loaded up the car, and headed off to the first activity of the day, the Monterey Bay Aquarium. We love aquariums, and the Monterey Bay Aquarium is right up there with our top picks in the number 2 spot. Only the Georgia Aquarium can top it, and even then, it's a close run thing, with the Monterey Bay Aquarium just feeling such a part of the bay and the surrounding ecosystems. The outdoor decks give an amazing overview of the stunning coast and a topside view of the marine environments on display inside. How much do you think this real estate would be if it was redeveloped into housing? We love seeing the otters. These playful critters are seriously cute, and we love the fact they are all rescue otters. The kelp forests of Monterey are really iconic, and the kelp tank helps really show off this natural wonder of the bay. The ocean tank is utterly amazing, with swirling anchovies, hungry pelagic predators such as mahi-mahi and yellowfin tuna, and there are even hammerhead sharks and turtles in the tank. It's a real spectacle. Finally, the deep shows off the wondrous life down at the bottom of the Monterey Bay Submarine Canyon. Plunging over 2 miles down, life down there is harsh and brutal, and its inhabitants something out of a sci-fi movie. It's really stunning. Overall, we just love the aquarium. We have a detailed review, and you can find links to that above or in the description. For more content like this, like and subscribe to our channel, as we have a lot of marine and aquatic stuff coming up as we explore the ocean world of Hawaii. After enjoying the aquarium for a few hours, it was time to say goodbye to Monterey, fill up the Mustang with some very expensive gas, and head on down the coast. As we explained yesterday, the PCH was closed to through traffic, so we needed to take the long way round, which is actually much quicker as it follows the California 101 highway. So with Phantom Planet blasting out on the radio as we were driving down the 101, we headed south. To be honest, there wasn't really a lot to say about this drive. It's fairly scenic, but nothing compared to the PCH. It's just a long, boring drive to get you from A to B. As we said, pretty scenic, but just not that memorable, apart from the slightly surreal moment as we drove past an ostrich farm. Our only stop along the way to Santa Barbara was at Solvang. This was a little out of our way, but it's somewhere we have been meaning to visit for a long time, and we absolutely loved it. It's one of those places that's hard to understand without actually visiting it, and once there, we just had a blast. The town is a Danish settlement, and all the buildings and architecture are in Danish style. There are loads of cute little boutiques and bakeries, and everything just feels so different and interesting. The sun was shining, the temperatures were creeping up as we were away from the coast, and we just spent some time exploring the shops, bakeries, and taking in the weirdness of it all. We found a nice Danish pub with a beer garden and some local beers and wines, and just took an hour or two to soak in the vibe. It was really wonderful. So after finally dragging ourselves away from the cute little town, we carried on the short hop over to Santa Barbara. This involves crossing over the Santa Ynez Mountains, which was a pretty spectacular drive. Finally, we dropped down from the mountains and arrived into Santa Barbara and checked into our pretty modest accommodation. When When booking accommodation, I only really have one rule imposed on me from Kate, and that is no hostels. Apart from that, anything goes, but in Santa Barbara, for some reason, this date's prices were silly. The only accommodation that was reasonably located and reasonably priced was the ITH Santa Barbara, which is technically a hostel. So I took a gamble, as we were only here for one night, and went for it. This did not go well to start with. It was only 2 days till our 10-year wedding anniversary, and to be honest, we nearly didn't make it. We walked into such an utter cliche, complete with the long-haired hippie playing guitar, and Kate was not overly happy. But we had a private room, and she just had to suck it up. We would only be here for one night, and we would spend minimal time in the room, so we headed off to check out Santa Barbara. By now, sunset was approaching, so we headed down the pier to check it out. It was a very weird feeling having cars driving along the rickety wooden pier alongside you, but once at the far end, the car stopped and we just soaked in the stunning sunset, capturing one of my favourite shots of the trip. After this, we hiked into town to check out the party vibes on the vibrant State Street. We grabbed a few cocktails and just unwound for a while, before heading back to the hostel for what was a pretty restful night's sleep. It was just a shame about the shared toilets. Tomorrow is our last day in Cali as we jet off tomorrow afternoon from LAX to Hawaii. But we still have a few things left to see in Cali on this trip, and a good few miles of the PCH left to tick off as we cruise down through Malibu and into Los Angeles. If you want to come along, please like and subscribe to the channel so you know when that video drops. Thanks for watching.